Side Drive toward New North Side Drive.
I don't always know where I'm headed, but I always find a way to keep going. Roll with me.
Peace. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Olivia. And today I want to talk about something real. Something that I know that I personally have struggled with, still kind of struggle with, and I know that others may struggle with it too. And that's honest conversations. Right? Not the surface level check-ins, the hey, how you been? I mean those heart wide open conversations. The ones we avoid because they feel too heavy, too vulnerable, or just too late. Yesterday I had one of those conversations, and it wasn't something that I planned or expected to have, but the opportunity presented itself. I had a conversation with someone I hadn't spoken to in almost 7 years, and I hadn't realized that much time had passed by. Like, we used to be close, like really close, like the kind of soul connection where the energy just makes sense, right? But life happened, and we were both in relationships. He got married. I was in something new. And to me, it got to a point where I didn't know what to do, right? And instead of having a conversation and just not only being honest with myself, but with him as well, and try to find a way to find balance, or at least let him know where I was staying or what was on my mind. I mean, we were that close to where normally I would. I told myself that I no longer had a place in his life, and I felt like I wasn't needed anymore. Now, I didn't tell him any of that at the time. It was just like my own personal beliefs on relationships and marriage and whatever else heavily influenced my the way I moved, I guess. And looking back, that wasn't truth. It was just old thinking. It was scarcity. It was fear. It was the idea that there's only room for one deep connection at a time. That your partner has to be your everything. Right? And that when seasons change, love and those deep connections that are outside of your partnership have to disappear. So I pulled away. I won't even say pulled away. I ran away. We had a conversation, but it wasn't from a place of like I say, it was from a place of not knowing what to do, right? And I pulled away. I ran away. Not because I stopped caring, but because I didn't know how to make space for both things to exist. And I let silence speak for me. And years went by, and I didn't stop caring about him and his family. I just, like I said, chalked it up as it was a season, it was a chapter that needed to end, to give room for both of our relationships to do whatever they needed to do. And I actually had a dream I had a dream, and him and some other folks were a part of that dream. So I woke up and kind of processed and wrote about it. I didn't even plan on reaching out, but I did send an email that just said, hey, like, thank you. I had no idea that it would lead to a conversation. I had no idea that he would even respond. So the fact that he even responded and actually initiated a conversation was like, oh, okay, well, here we are, right? And the time came. Yesterday was the day. We had that conversation, and whew, it was tender, honest. I won't say awkward at moments. I think just eye-opening, but also healing, right? We both shared. We both took accountability. And in my opinion, we both let love in again. And I cried. I cried afterwards, cried during, because again, it made me face some old ways of thinking, some old patterns that needed to be eliminated, right? And it's like that's another video for another time, but what I realized late last night is that we lose so much by avoiding the truth, by assuming, by letting pride keep us from connection. And most of all, by believing that if it's not everything, it's nothing, right? And I can say that that's not true at all, right? The truth is, we need different people for different reasons. Your best friend can't be your therapist, and your partner can't fill every gap. And love doesn't always leave just because life looks different. So, maybe this is a reminder for you. If there's someone on your heart, someone you've pulled away from, or maybe someone you just haven't said the real thing to yet, maybe it's time. Because one honest conversation can bring peace. It can bring clarity, not just between you and the other person, but within you. Because healing does not always look like closure. Sometimes it looks like reconnection. And sometimes it's just finally telling the truth out loud, not only for yourself, but for others, for the connection, for your heart. Okay? Now, I can sit here and say that I don't know what that means for the future of our friendship, because there's no way to go back and say, okay, well, let's just pick up where we left off. No, because we're different people with different lives, and we just got different stuff going on. But I can say that my heart feels full. I woke up feeling a sense of peace. Was I a little upset with myself for not being able to be honest? A little bit. But I'm grateful for the lesson. I'm grateful for the opportunity to have a conversation no matter how much time has passed. It made me realize that you know, everything ain't always what it seems. But anyway, I don't want to go off into another rant or a whole nother topic. That's all I have for today. As always, if you have any questions, comments, feedback, drop it in the comments below. And if any part of this video resonated with you, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend,